Hello everyone, how are you doing? So this is my phone, which is an iPhone 7. It's a couple years old and its main problem is the battery life. I've been using it for, as I said, 2 or 3 years, I don't know. And it has terrible battery. Now it's sitting at 93%, but it lasts me 3-4 hours and then I have to charge it. There's no other way. So one possible solution, especially for this weekend when I'm going to the Alps, I'm going skiing, those are my skis. The problem when you go skiing is that the battery life lasts a lot less because the phones are very cold and you lose battery, you lose a lot of energy. One possible solution is just to carry around the battery. That's what I did last year with this same phone because the battery was starting to become shit. But another solution would be to use one of those indestructible phones that you've probably seen those before online. And this type of phones are very interesting. This one specifically, it's pretty cool. It's the BLACKVIEW 9800, and BLACKVIEW is one of the most well-known brands of this type of products. You've maybe seen them before because, as I said, it's very, very well-known. This is their latest release, a very interesting product, and at the same time, it's the first time that they launch a watch to go with the phone. I'm expecting this will be just as indestructible, but I honestly have no idea. And yeah, let's get going. Let's begin with its characteristics. Because the phone, as I said, 9800, it's got 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of memory, but expandable storage, just like every Android. It's got NFC, it's got Android 9. I don't know, the classic Android today. I don't know, you know about this. You can take a look at them online if you want to. And the most weird thing, it's got 4 cameras. Don't know why, but 4. See, like those are, the one in the front and 3 on the back. And of course, it's got a huge battery because, take a look at it. It's huge. It has to. It's 6,600 milliamp hours, which is huge, like 3 times the iPhone. And that's kind of it. We'll take a look at it later. For the moment, let's also present the watch because it's here, so why not do it? But I don't want to waste too much time on this. You get a lot of personalization and the classic watch, a simple thing. But of course, I've almost forgot. One of the weirdest thing about this product, it's cameras, but it's got so many cameras, but not as much as the Pro version. This is the BW 9800 single, but there's also the Pro version of the same watch. Of the same phone. And the difference is that the other one has a thermal camera. I don't know why would you want a thermal camera on your phone, but those on the background are the kind of pictures you could take at this. I don't know, for wildlife in the forest, if you want to take a look at electronic circuits on your phone to see what part of your computer warms up and which one doesn't. I'm not sure why it's got that, but this is a survival phone, so it kind of makes sense. Leave a comment saying if you can find other uses, other solutions. The single version, the simple one, it's 280 euros, and the slightly more expensive with a thermal camera is around 300. It doesn't change much, it's just, you just get one more camera. Maybe you'll need it, so let's open it. So the most obvious thing is its weight, how big, how heavy it is, but that's something I really, really like. You can see it's 4 times bigger than the phone, like the iPhone, but that's the best thing about it. It's a very cool, personalized, different thing. You can even see the screws on the side. It's a huge thing. I don't know how else to describe it. It's got some patterns on the sides, some inox on the borders, everything. It's just thick and heavy. Here you can read waterproof. It's just the opposite of Apple. I really like that concept. Apple phones, Apple computers tend to be as smaller, as thinner as possible, and in this case, you do the opposite. You even get a protector if you ever wanna, throw it out of a plane. But the durability and all of that, it's something we'll test further on. This is just a quick test for you to know what we'll do. Something else. That's what I'm doing the video, just to test it around and to have fun with it. Why not? I'm gonna go skiing for a whole weekend, so I'll really be able to test it on the spot, on the real place. Something I found quite interesting, not the charger, this is a fast charger, but a normal one, but look at the pod, like the headphones, and also the charger. Doesn't it remind you to something? I don't know why they chose to do this, but they copied the aesthetics of the iPhone, of Apple in general, like, I don't know, that reminds me of something, doesn't it? That's not a bad idea because the Apple headphones are real nice to wear, so why not copy them? It's just weird that they chose to do that. I don't really get it. So now let me open the watch. So this is the BLACKVIEW watch. It's waterproof, but it's just not as indestructible, obviously. This should be kind of a normal 80 euro smartwatch. The first thing I'm really liking which is a commonality between all Blackview products, it's the design. I wouldn't say it's beautiful because it's not. It's just that it's well designed, very cool to wear, cool to look at. It's the aesthetics I like. And also the weight, it's very comfortable to wear on the hand. The materials and the build quality of all of these products are very good. I really enjoy them. I don't know about the performance, I'll tell you about it later, but just the aesthetics and the look of it, it's great. I love it. So it has two different sliders, one for your SIM and another one on the inside for your expandable storage and for the second SIM. It has a fingerprint scanner. So I just finished setting it up and now I'm gonna go skiing and tell you about it when I'm back. Goodbye. So this is a clip from the Station de Ski de la Plagne. There's a guy there doing something a bit stupid. So I took a chance, because the weather is terrible, to why not do this. So the screen obviously still works. It works actually pretty well with this glove. And I just published a ton of pictures on Instagram because this is a very cool place to be. Take a look around. It's the terrible weather, but a very cool station. Skiing is great. So let's continue testing. Yes, it did survive. So it's been 5 days since I started using it, and at no point did I need to go back to the iPhone. Like, it's honestly good enough. Now I'm going back to the iPhone because tomorrow it's my airplane back to Spain. I live in France, so I need to go back to Spain tomorrow. And there's a lot of functionalities like that. You can carry your tickets for your planes, you can pay, you can do a lot of things on the iPhone. And I know you can also do them on Android. It's just that I have them already configured on my phone and I really want to test it and use it like that. Like, it's much simpler. But it's a very good phone. It's honestly a very good phone. But anyways, it's not the phone that I'm going to use for the rest of my life. It's very big, which is not bad because it looks cool. And if you don't care about that, everyone's going to ask you about it. It's a very cool looking phone with it has 3 cameras, which in fact looks very cool. I have to say it like that. It looks very professional. It seems like it's going to take the best pictures in the world. But in the end, it's not that great. I mean, they're somewhat good pictures, but pretty average. It's not something as incredible as I was expecting it to be. In fact, I discovered one weird thing that I don't really understand. There are 3 cameras, and if I cover one of them, I mean, you can see that in the different modes below. There's this one, which is blocked because I blocked one camera. So there's one mode that doesn't work. Okay, makes sense. So now let me cover the second camera, and 2 modes out of 3 don't work. But when I cover the last one, when I cover the third one, there's nothing that doesn't work. That's very weird. Every mode works perfectly. So some theories on the internet, because I've been reading about it, say that it's a fake camera. It's just that they put it to look cool, but it doesn't do anything. On the other hand, there's a lot of people, and I believe that it's not that it's a camera for a full mode. It's just that it's a camera made to help some of the other ones. Like, it gives a measure of distance, it gives a measure of other things. It's just not a full mode. I mean, who knows? It would be weird to add an extra camera like that. So that's enough for the cameras. About the software, I can only say that it's pretty standard. It's not the best of conclusions, but it's just that. It's just a very standard Android, which works good enough. It's not the iPhone. It works a bit slower, a bit not as good, but it's good. It works. On the other hand, there's the battery, which is great. Like, honestly, it's brilliant. And that's very important because one of the biggest problems I had with my other phone, with the iPhone, it's the battery. The battery life, it's terrible. It lasts me 3-4 hours. It's true that it's huge. Like, take a look at that. It's 4 times as big in volume, 4 or 5 times bigger. So it kind of has to be like that. It's not for nothing that you have a phone as big as a battery, an extra battery like that. So, I mean, it has to be great. And it is. Okay, so let's get going with the fun part of the video. Yes, it survived. Don't worry about it. So this is it. It's an indestructible phone, so it should survive all of that. I mean, it makes sense that since the back is plastic made, the 2 lines and the hole I did, you can easily see them. But it works perfectly. I mean, no problem at all. It's made for that. It's also absolutely waterproof. In theory, it has, like, every hole is perfectly covered. So why not do this? The toilet was clean, but anyways. Okay, and once again, it works. So, the end. It's a good phone. Simple conclusion. If you need one, it's around 300 euros, $320, I believe, somewhere around those lines. On the other hand, I mean, the phone I've been using, no problem, but the watch I've changed. I'm not using the original watch. Why? It looks cool, I have to say it. It, like, the back on carbon fiber, that's very cool. The front also, it's a very good looking watch. If it was 30 euros, it would be a great watch. The price is around 70, and that's very expensive for its quality. You can buy many more watches compatible with Android. All of those Samsung, all of those, I don't know, if you're looking for a 100 euro euro watch, that's what I would buy. I would never buy a smartwatch below 100 euros because they're just not good enough. It's not terrible, it works, it has this functionality, but there are many other options which are simply better. I tried testing its functionality, its different apps, all of that, the weather, connectivity, all of that, and in the end I ended up using it just as a watch to tell the time because the apps are not good enough, and I mean, I was wasting my time using it. So that was it. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I really enjoy all the time. Every time I have to test one of these indestructible phones, it's a very fun video. I love to do this. If you want to take a look at my Instagram account, it's linked below. Most of it is in Spanish, but you'll see a lot of things and it's kind of fun. And I publish some trips and some adventures, some ski and all of that. I mean, it's a very simple thing. So that's it. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next one. Ciao.